Good day, South Africa. This is United South African Coalition News. We are here to bring your news to the world, a complete coverage of South Africa.
Good day, everybody. We had 3 farm murders. On the 16th of July in Moedersdrift, owner and his son were shot by 5 attackers. The attackers fled, took TVs. Both victims went to hospital and stabilized. Son was still in critical condition. In another case, in Kommersdrift, older couple were woken up by 3 intruders, and they tied them up, broke into the safe, took the wall stuff. Another attack in Kommersdrift as well. Also checked why the dogs were barking, only to find out they were scaring off 4 attackers. 2 shots were fired at him and missed. No arrest. Farmers, keep weapons on you all the time. Do not let your weapons be hidden in the safe. Keep them on. Ina and Saki Bundaberg were murdered this week by a criminal who was on bail for another farm murder. He was out on bail for another farm murder, and he murdered again. Here he is. Jonas Sakuru, Lulu. 5 others were with him. He needs to be arrested. In other news, the police are battling their own problems. With regard to lack of funding, bad training, overweight policemen, police that have been drunk, falling asleep in the police stations. This is just an example of one gentleman. Here's another example of another one falling asleep on the job in the street. And here's more, which is sad to see. And this is in public. No wonder they are being robbed in their own police stations, and weapons are being taken from them. Lack of training and discipline is amounting to this. Here we have almost an entire police department or station arrested for crimes that should not be happening. Numerous reports of police not taking reports because it didn't suit them, or they were too lazy to take the report. Now they cut the budget on the South African police, and this will just impact the criminals in the case. With crime as rampant as it is now, with the assistance of the South African military in the Cape Flats, the situation down there is gun battles every day. With the corrupt police also giving information to the criminals, it's become a problem because the military are walking around and they're not finding much, but they are getting shot at. 3 policemen were attacked this morning. 2 in critical condition, 1 is dead. This situation is pretty bad. And with the budget the way it is, it's really sad. Zuma going into the state capture inquiry, the former president stating that he will spill the beans on other leaders of the ANC regarding their participation in spying for the old nationalist government. The situation is not going to be good when this all comes out. Usac News, complete coverage of South Africa. According to the public prosecutor Makwenya, she states that Ramaphosa lied to Parliament and to the government regarding his campaign funding. According to President Ramaphosa, he's extremely unhappy with Makwenya, who is stating that he lied to Parliament, and he seems to be on the defensive. As she states, and according to the SABC, there is a list of whether the president violated his code of ethics, or he lied to Parliament, and his relationship with his family, with the Busasa, was proper. According to the UN Office of Drugs and Crime, 500,000 people died in South Africa from 1994 until present. South Africa now has the highest crime rate in the entire world. Based on these statistics, the president of South Africa needs to take into account that crime is now his biggest problem. Sad news this week, Johnny Clegg died of pancreatic cancer. great musician. He embraced the Zulu nation, he embraced the language and the culture, he learned to dance, he made his first band called Jaluka, and with his best friend he met at school one day many, many years ago, they toured the world and created unity between different races and showed the way that it is possible to unite in a common cause with dignity and respect for one another. He did it without even thinking about it. We all grew up on this music and embraced it, and it's sad to see him go. But we must not forget his memory. For what he showed us is a way to do this, that the future can be better than what it is right now, and to stop this insidious racism that does not need to be.
Good day, South Africa. This is United South African Coalition News. We are here to bring your news to the world, a complete coverage of South Africa.